Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist. Welcome back to Tracks, the train set game with me. So, this is the 17th episode actually now that we're doing on this game. In the last episode we actually went over here and I put together something that a viewer suggested, your mum's rolling pin, who suggested that I put down some kind of free parking area. So basically I created this giant kind of municipal parking lot type thing, which was, you know what, it was a good suggestion actually. I hadn't thought of that. It's just as well, someone actually recommended it to me. It's pretty good, because, you know, you got to have municipal parking in a town like this. You can't not have it. Okay, so, let me just adjust some of this. I'm just going to put down a couple of buses here and there. That's the thing, we need buses in a town like this. We haven't been putting many of them down. Okay, so, car park is now in place. Obviously, if we need more municipal car park in this town, we can always throw down another part somewhere. In the meantime, however, we're going to go back over to this area, the industrial area, as promised at the end of the last episode, and we are going to try and add more stuff to it, because that is what it really actually needs. So let me just put those grid subdivisions back there. Now, of course, what I'm thinking about doing here is putting some more trees down just to kind of screen this thing off. Because the thing is, you know, industrial areas typically, they're not very nice to look at. So if you put plenty of greenery around them, that way it sort of screens them off from the rest of the town. And people don't have to look at them. They don't have to look at the proletarian industrial workers going about their jobs and all that. Because, you know, we're snobs here in Pretty System. That's what we're going for now. No, let's not put any trees down between the tracks, because we want to put actual fencing, I do think. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, hold on. Let me just see if I can get this down in the right position. I need to increase subdivisions to 50. There we go. Nice. That's working better, isn't it? That's going to be interesting because that's going to be quite up close to the track there. Let me think about this. If I do the rotations... Hold on. Decrease them a bit further and a bit further. Okay, it'll go down as low as 18. So let's just see how this looks if we now... No, not quite right. Okay, well maybe we can just leave the fencing like that. Hold on. Wait. Let me just get that back to 90. There we are. Oop, spun that right round. Oh no, that's not right. Hold on. Just getting the angles correct, everyone. There we go. And one more there. Okay, right, so a bit more fencing down there. So we've got the big sort of train shed yard in the middle. Now this area, you know, we need to put more detail down, like I say. So what I'm thinking is, maybe if we get... What shall we get here? Maybe some boxes kind of stacked up. Because obviously we've got this crane over here, so maybe we could whack some stuff in place, like so. Get those there, like that. And maybe another kind of... Ooh! Okay, well that knocked them over, actually. That's interesting. Hold on, if I knock all of them over, maybe... Hey! I didn't realise you could do that. Okay, actually, we could just leave all those blocks there like that. And it looks like the crane is just sort of going through those and sorting them out. Holy shit, that's interesting, actually. Because I could have done something similar over here with the construction/demolition yard. Okay, well, if ever we build another one of those kind of things, we can just sort of imitate that. Now, I'm hoping, of course, that those don't despawn, though. I'm hoping they kind of stay there like that. Right, rail worker groups, that's what we need. We'll put 10 of them. Let's just change the rotations a bit. Put a few guys in there. They always seem to spawn in lines, which is kind of weird whenever you, you know, put them down. So let's just put another group there like that. Okay, they're in more of a kind of weird clumped up mass. What else can we stick down? Maybe some traffic cones? Yeah. Let's just put some traffic cones kind of down here like this. So it's in front of the crane, like that. Yeah, okay. What else? Maybe some rocks or something? A rock pile? Yeah, let's put a couple of these in place. So that it kind of hopefully looks fairly interesting. it just gives it a bit more of, you know, features and things like that, because otherwise it's very sort of bland looking, this area. Just helps to, like I say, jazz it up a bit. That's what I'm trying to go for here. Right, stick a few more down. Maybe have a kind of rock there. What else? Maybe more of them? Over on this side, perhaps? Yeah, here we go. So as I've been saying as well, throughout this construction of this great big nice town of mine, obviously I intend to build an airport at some point, and the airport will probably, in all likelihood, be located obviously down near the industrial area, probably beyond it, so I'll probably maybe get some more factories down as well, just to kind of fill out the space a bit more, and then after that we'll get the airport in. And I'm thinking for the airport, obviously we'll use some of our kind of placeholder structures, but we'll also give the airport an actual train station of its own, maybe like a business station or something. That's what I've got in mind, because I think that'll hopefully look fairly nice, because, you know, every big major airport has to have some kind of rail connection that links up to it. Okay, right, what do we got around here? We need to maybe actually get some more big stone blocks down in place, just to create the space that we need for this factory. Just get back to 90%, there we are. Put these down here, like so. Put another kind of layer down here. I think maybe we'll put in perhaps another 4 factories or so, something like that. That's what I'm thinking here. At least that's what I've got in mind. We also need to drag a road down from that side and bring it round down here to kind of mirror on this side. Right, let's see now. Factories, here we are. So they go round this way. Is that about in the right place? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's get another factory down sort of opposite that as well. Oof, there we are. Apologies if my... Oh, I just deleted my factory. I was about to say, apologies if my voice sounds a bit croaky. But you know, that's me, isn't it? Right, let's drag this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about right there. Because obviously we need to drag these tracks along, don't we? Here we go. So, you know, as Phil was actually saying when he joined me for this playthrough, this is obviously called Tracks, the train set game, so it's all about building train sets. But so far, all I've really been building here is, well, is basically a town to go with all my locomotives and stuff. But you know, how can you not build stuff like that? This game is so kind of delightful in that sense. So adorable, so quaint, so lovely looking with all its various bits and bobs. Right, let's just pull the tracks down here. There we go, like that. And over in this direction too. Okay, so we've got some more factories down in there. We need to put the... Where's the buffer stops? There they go, that's where they are. Now, we are going to need to increase grid subdivisions like so to 50%. And again to 25%, and again to 12.5, just so we can get the buffer stops in the right places, like so. Oh, careful, careful, put them in there, nice. Good. So, you know, as you've gathered from the last time I was working on this industrial area, the whole idea is that these railway tracks act as siding so freight trains can come in, they can collect and deposit stuff with the giant tanks, which should be awesome. Right, now let's get these collection points in place, like so. We need 50% grid subdivisions, here we are. Look at this. Oh, we need to keep getting them from here, don't we? Right, in there and in there. And if we mirror that over on this side, actually no, if we get the deposition ones here, like so. Deposition? Is that not the right? That's not the right word, is it? Depositing tanks. Here we are. Boom, boom. Shake the room. There it is. That's in place. Nice. Okay. Now we need more collection ones on this side. if we put them down like so. Yeah. Go about there. Is that right? Doesn't seem it. Doesn't feel like it quite matches up, but okay. Hold on. If I do it from this angle, it might be better. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's looking better. Ah, yeah, that does kind of match up, doesn't it? Right, let's just let's go get the depositing tanks in here on this side as well whilst we're at it. Like so. That one there. That one there. There we go. So, you know, industrial areas, they do have to look fairly kind of built up, don't they? That's the thing. No, hold on. No, we need depositing tanks on this side. What am I doing? Here we go. Oh, I do like... Oh, not that one. I do like the look of what I built here. Looks absolutely fascinating. Right, so get that there. Collection here. And one in there. And then one up there. Right, so, getting those in place. Now let's just whack down our final factories. So we got them lined up nicely. Just like so. One there. And the final one on this side. There, right. So this is the big sort of industrial area down here for Pretty System. So, you know, this provides a lot of jobs for a lot of the town citizenry, along with obviously the rail system. That provides a lot of jobs as well. What else? We need to also just very quickly finish off these sidings, don't we, now that I think about it. So we just get that there. Oop, okay, no, don't click the factory, don't want to do that. Right, get that there, and then pull this across here, like so. Got one, and we get two. Okay, rail sidings are almost complete. See now, we need to go down to 12.5, is it? Yeah, there we are, for these buffer stops. And if we get the remaining tanks in position, we should be good. Should be golden, I do think. Go back to 50%. Get these depositing tanks in place. Ah, lovely. Look at that. It's looking fantastic. And then the collection one's on the other side. And then we'll be almost done with the basics that we need for this industrial area. Okay, right. So the basic structures are kind of now down and in position, aren't they? We need to just add, of course, the metal fences so that these areas are all kind of divided just nicely. Is that about the right place there? I think it is, isn't it? Okay, so across here like so, here, down the middle, just so that each factory is, like I say, divided from the others, just nicely. Actually that doesn't quite match up to that one, does it, over there? Hold on. Let me just get rid of those and try again. Managed to do it from the angle of the railway. Hold it. Hold it, ladies and gents. About there? Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, now we're getting it better. It's lining up much more perfectly. Okay, one more there. Yeah. Actually, yeah, that looks like it's lined up better. Okay. On this side, hold on. Is that roughly mirrored? No, it's not, is it? No, hold on. Hold it. Let's just get rid of that and try putting that down again. Careful. Oh god, it's going to be kind of difficult though, isn't it? Next to that. Is that... That's looking about right now. Okay. We do it out this side. Like so. Oh, careful, careful. Bit by bit. There we go. Lovely. Right. So those dividing fences are now in position. Does look really good, doesn't it? I like it. What we just need to do though is like create the mirroring road on this side, just so we got it in place. So let's do that. So there should be a fair bit of space there. Hold on, how will that look compared to this side? Sure. Okay. There is going to be potentially, yeah, a wider gap between the fences. Or actually, is that? Or is that because of the Oh, I don't know actually. Hold on, let's just see how this is. Hold on, if I pull that across to there, like so. Okay, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get rid of that. What's that all about? Come on now. Put that in there we go. Let's drag this road across, like so. I need to think as well about how this is going to look, don't I? Well, the thinking is maybe actually dragging this out sort of parallel to the tracks here to have it a bit different and bring it around the back of the impound lot and then connect up here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that kind of works, doesn't it? Obviously it's different to the other side over there, but yeah, because the distances between the tracks and the roads and the factory yards and the roads are a bit different. But you know what? I don't think it matters all that much. That's just the quirks of this game. Sometimes you get it absolutely symmetrical, sometimes you don't. Okay, let's go back to 100% just a moment. Let's put down grass blocks over here, like so, just to fill out this area so that, you know, one side of the road actually has something supporting it from underneath, like this. So obviously now that we've got this in place, it's looking a bit more filled out. And of course, it'll eventually be very interesting once we get around to building up our airport. Whenever we get around to doing that, of course. Obviously something else I really need to do with this town is build more kind of split level stuff, kind of like the big build over there, because obviously that's on a raised area. Because the thing is, everything so far is just on one level. It's a very super flat looking town so far. And I think things would look more interesting if I started building some kind of raised sections, more kind of raised areas, you know, including multi-levels, things like that. I just think it would add a bit of variety, you know. Okay, right, so that's that down in position there. What else could we actually add to this area? I'm thinking maybe get some more fencing down for a start, just to, yeah, maybe get some fencing down on this side of the railway tracks. Because obviously, you know, railway tracks, you got to have fencing down so that there's no kind of danger of people, you know, idiots trying to wander across the tracks or anything like that. Because, you know, that's not what you want. Safety first, everybody. I mean, then again, you know, if you're dumb enough to go wandering on railway tracks, then what can I say? Natural selection at its finest, perhaps? Nah, I can't say that. That's overly not very nice of us, is it? Right, put this down like so, yeah. And then, it's a fence going up in this direction, I do think. Okay, lovely. Taking shape. Only railway workers should really attempt to cross railway tracks. Okay, right, that's that in place. So, you know, safety, everybody. Get the fences down in place. What else could we put down? Maybe we just sprinkle some more rocks around, just in the middle of these areas. Down to, you know, 18, like that. Just sprinkle a few of these in place, like so. Add a few features. Maybe, yeah, put one there as well. What else? Get some over this side, perhaps. How about, yeah, there. Okay, yeah. And then try some different ones, like these rocks as well. Twizzle, put that there. One there. We need to actually finish those fence posts as well, don't we? Let's put one there as well. Okay, and one finally just in there. Just like I say, to add some extra features to that area. Where was that fence post I saw that needs? There it is. It's there for some reason. Right, 100%. Oh God, change the rotations back to 90. Lovely. Put that in there. Does it need one this angle? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? There we go. Nice. Right, and get the wall ending for this side over here. Good. And lampposts, like so. Oh, what am I doing? There we are. Get them in place. Because obviously, you know, the railway track itself, that's going to need plenty of light, just to keep it visible. Did I just get rid of something? No, I don't think I did. It's fine. Okay, right, let's get some lighting down. Maybe like this. Yeah, on the sort of positions there at the edge of the railway yard. Careful, get them in. There we are. We'll just sort of leave the corner pieces unused for the moment. Yes, here we go. Looking better. Just got to get that detailing in there, ladies and gents, so it looks proper. Okay, on in there. Obviously this lighting will also help light up the factory yards a little bit, which will be quite awesome. There, right. Okay, so the railway yard itself is now looking a lot more lit up, which is fantastic. What else could we put in? Maybe actually we get just a bit of lighting there like that as well. Is there any on this side? Yeah, there is a bit on this side that needs doing too. Let's put those there. Good. I think we could use the sort of double lamppost like this on this side of the fence, so that it's kind of lighting up both the track and the area before the road. So, you know, plenty of lighting like that is always a good thing. Let's just put that down. Oh yeah, it's coming together, I do think. I think the railway yard itself will need maybe more railway workers and stuff putting down, just to fill it out a bit. Oh, here we go. There we are. Those are in place. Good. Okay, so that's that whole section over there. Now, fairly nicely lit up, I do think. It looks better. That's what I'll say. Can we put more trees down, maybe? Just in front of this area, like so. Just to, you know, fill it up a bit. We could put like a double line of them down. Yeah, it gives it a bit of detail, doesn't it? And maybe a third line, perhaps? Okay. Yeah. Hold on, can we put another fence in place there? Yeah, we could actually, couldn't we? Okay, maybe this will make it look a bit more even. Oh god. Hold on. For some reason that fence there didn't go down in the right place. Here we go, that's better. Get that into there. Right, okay, so we've got trees filling up that section over there, which is good. It's like I say, you know, it just helps to add a bit more greenery to an otherwise very bland environment. Put that there, that there, that there. Put one tree there, and one there as well at the corner. Actually, no, we'll put them like that. They are overlapping the pavement on the road a little bit, but I don't mind. It's fine by me, it'll be okay. What else could we do here? Could we maybe get some more buildings in place? What about some... maybe some more housing just around this to kind of fill up that green space before the pavement there. Now I know, of course, these will probably be slightly less in value properties, if that makes sense. Shall we use two-storey houses for this? Because that could be kind of interesting, couldn't it? So okay, right, we're going to use two-storey houses here. So I'm going to throw these down. Oh, that's incorrect. Let me try putting that down again. Obviously we'll use, you know, random house so we get some different colours, and then we'll go through and we'll change the heights accordingly. So yeah, because, you know, I've been using just three-storey townhouses so far for the centre of Pretty System. Understandable, but fuck me, I just put that in the wrong place again. Try it again. Can you line up correctly, please? No. There we go. That's better. And put that one there. Right, so let's just change these things up. There we go. So, like I say, we want two-storey houses. Like, you know, these are properties of lesser value, mainly because they're right there by the industrial area, and, you know, they're bordered by the frigging railway line, so inevitably, you know, they're not going to be as good as all the other properties out there in the town, but they're not too bad either. It's good accommodation for the railway workers and whatever else have you. I just need to drink up my tea because it's going a bit lukewarm. There we are. Yeah, that also actually helps to just fill in a bit more detail as well. It's good. Could we do something similar on this side, do you reckon? Maybe we could. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look-see at this. Or maybe we could put... we could put some skyscrapers. I don't know. In fact, what we do have to be careful of, though, because we're going to obviously be building a airport somewhere. Obviously, you know, aeroplanes need good long runways, and you need to avoid putting high towers around them, unless we have the airport sort of at a kind of 90-degree angle, kind of perpendicular to this road here. Yeah, that could work, actually. Okay, what I'm thinking is maybe put down some more apartment blocks. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Where are we? Apartment blocks here. Let me just see if I can line these up next to the road just nicely. There's one. Yeah, I think we'll get several of these down. I think just to you know, really take up some of the space. One there. If you could give me some really uniquely coloured ones, that would be much more appreciated. God, it's like a just like a freaking big wall of tower blocks, that is. Actually, I'm not so sure I like that now. Maybe what we need to do... Hold on, let me just delete those. And try that again. And give me an actual nicely coloured one, please. Oh, can you give me... Oh yeah, that's a nice colour. There we are. I'm just thinking... Just turning this over in my head. So I need to think about how I want this to look. Maybe actually instead we use skyscrapers? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just thinking, ladies and gents. I'm oohing and ahhing. So if we put two skyscrapers up like that, could we get one maybe somewhere down in the middle? One that's actually a nice colour, like that. Is that roughly kind of even? Okay, it's got roughly evenly spaced gaps between them, actually. Okay, well... And then maybe put apartment blocks in between them if we can. Let's just see if it'll do it. It's got fairly... Okay, yeah, those are nice-ish colours, aren't they? Oh, careful. The gaps between them aren't too bad, actually. Okay, yeah. That doesn't look too bad, does it? I think it looks okay. It's a bit of an interesting shape as well, I guess. Can I create like an intersection that sort of... No, not from there, I can't. From there? Hold on, let me just test something out here. If I just put that like that... That's actually not... No. That's not a lot of space, is it? Oh, I just got rid of that block without meaning to. Oh, okay, for some reason it's putting intersections where I don't want them. No, that's not where I want that. Get rid of that. Bollocks, I'm ballsing everything up here. Alright, let's just put that grass block down again. Like so. If we, subdivision's back, there we are. There we go, get that back in. Right, so we've got those big tower blocks there. I'm going to leave them in place for the moment, just because I think it adds a bit of extra variation, and I kind of do want to get more skyscrapers and things in place. Okay, well, you know what? I think that'll do there, won't it? Yeah, those blocks in there. Let's just get some more railway workers down in this area over here. Right, let me just see. Can I put them there? Yeah. We'll just whack an absolute mass of them down, I think. Like so. Oh, careful. Hopefully they don't... Yeah, I thought for a second they were going to spawn inside the building then, which was what I didn't want, but... 8 of them. Let's just get some grid rotations here. 23%. And subdivisions as well. So we can sort of get them in the middle. It's doing the thing where it puts them in lines again. Okay. Where can we put them? Put them over here, perhaps? Yeah. Okay. They're getting down. Maybe we should put some single ones down as well. Sprinkle a few so it adds a bit of variation to a otherwise fairly unremarkable area. So you see there's an absolute ton of railway workers busy over here in this location. Could we put another crane down maybe? I think that would be quite a good thing, wouldn't it? Maybe put one at an angle like that. And what about another one over here? Or in there, sort of in the middle of the buildings. Yeah. Okay, it just helps to fill up the area, I do think. Okay, hold on. Just pressing the R button, spamming it a bit so that people are kind of going down in different angles. Right, so we put another person there. Let's get a few people down here as well. Like so. Okay, right. So we've filled up. There we go, yeah. The railway yard now has a lot more detail to it. It's looking a lot more filled out and better, with tons and tons of railway workers. Obviously, for the factories, we're going to put friggin' construction workers, because they'll, I think, look a lot better. There we go, put them there, and then let's just get a few singular railway workers on this side over here, sort of in the middle of the tracks, like that. There we go. That's them in place. Nice. Right, what else? Okay, we've got a few construction workers there. I know they're technically, you know, construction workers, but they do obviously look like industrial folks. We could maybe mix them in with a few more railway workers, just to sort of, like I say, mix things up a bit. I mean, let's just try it and see how it is. Let's get that up to 14. There we go. Maybe put those guys there. Yeah. We'll sprinkle down more and more people as we go along, just so that, you know, we've really added to the whole thing. Okay, right. So that's the railway yard now in position. Obviously the industrial area behind it will probably need kind of more in the way of vehicles and workers sprinkling down in its area. But we're going to wrap this episode up here. We'll save that, of course, for a future episode. So, thank you for joining me then, everyone, for another episode of Tracks, the train set game, with me, General Red Strategist. Hope you enjoyed that one. So, we put more detail down on this side of the town. Got some houses, got some more skyscrapers and blocks over there, which is all good stuff. I really want to get on to having a go at building this airport, though. That's what I'm really looking forward to here. So I hope you'll join me for that when I eventually get around to doing it. If you're not doing so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links down below as usual. If you're also interested in seeing me do anime-related content, go check out my General Red Propagandist channel. Link also down below. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share this video with your friends on social media, and of course subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. But in the meantime, I'm signing off now. Goodbye all. Oh god, where am I? I'm here. Oh, cake! Eat me! Oh, I think I remember this. Here he comes. What are you doing? Just let her have a slice. Yeah, I remember. Yep. Down he goes. He's not invincible anymore. Time for Giant Alice, everybody. Nice little reference back to the actual books and the Disney movie from the 50s as well. The dress has changed back to the default one, apparently, though, for some reason. Time to advance. Oh, God. Checkpoint, apparently.